Welcome in to the new members and to the old members that have found their way back to the community. I need you just as much as you need me. In this morning's update here on the Sunday morning before the futures market open later today, we have several different topics to discuss. First, we will talk about the XRP price analysis, how if you were in the live last night, if you're new, you wouldn't have had this ability. But if you were very dedicated and you were paying attention in the live, we talked about Bitcoin, how it could move up to 70 or 71,000, even if it was bearish, as many people were going short. And we made that proclamation that Bitcoin would go up, and as much as possibly 2,500 points if it did reach 71,000. As we know, it got rejected a second time around 70,000. And with the XRP, I showed the short-term technical analysis of how, yes, we could have anticipated a move to 69 cents to retest the rising channel breakdown from February 27th, or we could have went as low as 67 cents. Some thought we'd retest that rising channel resistance, but I came on yesterday and showed a pattern formation that I said once it finished out to resistance, if we did not break out, we would end up breaking back down and retest the lower side of things. And now we actually went perfectly up to that resistance, got rejected right around 52.8 cents, and then it forced us right down below the formation as we feared, and now we've fallen outside of it, and this could be the start of a further drop. So we'll see exactly what is entailed for us to start the trading week as well. That starts tomorrow. But as crypto never sleeps, we're going to see exactly what XRP would need to do to validate this bearish breakdown and then to ultimately push towards our lower targets. Right now, with what Bitcoin did, we've got to really pay attention to Bitcoin for having a significant drop now. A significant drop. Like I said yesterday, a lot of people were going short on Bitcoin, and I said wait until it went up that next level if you were going to do it, because I had a feeling in my gut that we were going to go up initially, even though it looked bearish and it felt like it should just go down right after the close. I foresaw what was about to happen with this move by Bitcoin up to 70,000. And then as far as XRP, just to give a quick heads up, this is what we were talking about yesterday. And we said if this broke down that it's a bad sign. A very bad sign. And yesterday we worked on this short formation, and this is all we talked about with XRP on the live for the majority yesterday, was how we were going to rotate up. And if it came up, we should be able to come up to that 628 mark before getting rejected. And then that's where we should be going short, not thinking it was just going to break down, because once it got rejected there, we knew, even if we were on leverage, that you could not be in it anymore. And I said, I put this, and I'll talk about all the nuances of that formation and why it was so important for me, why we used it as an overzealous breakdown on that wick, and knew that we could retarget that wick if we got rejected at that 628 mark. It was a blueprint for us last night. We followed it perfectly, and now we're primed in a good position here on Sunday morning, as we do know all the information. We know how we got to where we're going, and the emotion is not getting to us. In fact, we're starting to get a little bit stronger based on the negative connotations and the responses in the comments, because a lot of people are starting to lose their faith in XRP. It's become quite apparent to me that a lot of people think the only thing they're allowed to own is XRP if they like it, which there's a reason why you want to be diligent with your portfolio and have finances within different assets. There's different reasoning and different rhymes for why you would hold something outside of XRP. Obviously, the 3 X's for me are very important. But I own 13 other assets in crypto outside of XRP. XRP is my biggest bag as far as money spent, but it is not the most tokens I hold. As of right now, it is still valued the highest because of the amount it cost me to buy and the amount it costs at this point. But there is reasons why and validity why you should not just own XRP. You should not see, if you think XRP is going to be it's going to make these big gains, but you're afraid of missing out on other tokens, as many are maybe not invested in others than just XRP, but they get down every time they see another meme token or, a gaming token or whatever start to run, and XRP just kind of sits flat. That's the importance of letting XRP do what it's going to do. You buy your bag when appropriate, but you also delegate to other assets, so that you're not always looking at it saying, well, XRP didn't move and that's all I have. You don't want to have to delegate like that. You want to be able to have the clear perception that, yes, XRP is behind, but it's not technically behind. Back in 2021, XRP in April went from 59 cents to $1.98 in 9 days. That was the length of our rally. Everybody can say whatever they want, but once it went parabolic after it broke that 58-cent mark or 59 and it pushed up out of that formation, it never stopped until $1.98, and it only took 9 days. That's the hardcore truth. So the fact that XRP's underperforming Bitcoin in 24 is not a surprise until it's ready to move. We're going to do the exact same thing at some point. We're going to have the same parabolic run here when it's time. But remember, on a descending triangle that's been going on since January of 2018, and until that breaks to the top side, or if it breaks down, this pattern formation's been going on for 77 months. These are bullish continuations when they get done, but just be aware this pattern can last until January of 2024. Well, technically, if you look at it perfectly, December of this year is when it has to end. So that's what we're looking at. That was a 77-month consolidation. And if you were to break bullish out of that and then hold the aforementioned overextensions and then be able to validate the breakout and not break down, our technical target would be $1.97. So that very well could be what we're waiting for, is that descending triangle to break. But this morning's going to be very dangerous. As I said, Bitcoin went up to 70,000 last night. So if we're going to have a big reversal, we'll look into everything we need to know. I give you a very good opening statement. I allowed you to understand what's going on and to be able to stay a step ahead of the market. And we'll look at the next step now, because the fact we broke down, now we're starting to come down and fill out that wick that we had. So this is exactly what was expected after being rejected at 628. If you could have broke over 62.8 cents, you could have had a technical move to 65.2 cents. But as it is, now you'll have that approximate same breakdown to the downside. So we'll take a look exactly what all this means. Please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube will recommend this update. It'll allow not just new members to find their way into the viewing community, but also older members that may have lost their way, not on their own, but they're trying to find their way back and it's just not popping up in their feeds. So by you hitting that like button, YouTube recommending this update, it'll start popping back up in the algorithm because of your recommendation by you hitting that like button and YouTube recommending this update. Then it'll start pushing across more feeds. So good morning, 10:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Sunday, March 10th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. You get a more even keel XRP Future Millionaire today. Last couple days, went with the flow. Today we're going to be more patient. We're going to get back into the ideal, and we're going to look at this exactly how it should be. We're not going to overanalyze XRP because there's no reason to overanalyze XRP. We knew what was going to happen once we got rejected. It's why it's so important to be in the lives. So very important to be in the lives. We telegraphed this entire move, and when it was coming up yesterday, it was at 61.9 cents in the live. So now on a breakdown, here's your breakdown target. It's going to be right around 59.3 cents. Now, everybody's going to try to go short right away. Now, what I'm going to tell you is the shorts will probably get hammered and smacked right off the bat. Because technically, we should be coming back up, assuming that we're going to retest 617. We already did it once is the problem. So the fact we already came down here at 611, came back up to 617, and now we're breaking down, that could have been our retest. There might not be any other flexibility here, and it might just fall all the way down here to first target. So first target would be 59.38. Had we have broken up, which seemed a little bit odd that we would with the rotation that was forming, we still had it marked out on a breakup, would have been 65.20, but we knew on the breakdown we were retesting this drop point, and now we can see an accurate technical push down. Our technical target right now is 59.38. In the shorter time, we are oversold. So would I be surprised for it to, instead of breaking all the way down, because now someone will wake up and they'll just go short looking at this. Busted this pattern, right? We busted the pattern, so most will just be like, I don't care where it's at. I'm going short till the technical move, which means now that most woke up, now it'll probably do this and then do this. But we can't guarantee anything because it's already started coming down so far that it very well could already be in the process of this move playing out. So let's just see if it finishes all the way down. If there's another back test here, because anything short of coming back within this formation, this is very bearish now. Not overall, but it's bearish for the move that it's in. So this is something we've fallen into, but I would not be surprised this morning if, like I said, that 617 mark, if we find a little bit of bullish momentum. But if Bitcoin just breaks down, it's going to be very interesting this morning. Because I guarantee everybody woke up this morning, they see Bitcoin shortcomings right now. And they're seeing it start to rotate. This is what we were fearing yesterday. A Bitcoin come up and not being able to break past 71,100 or even push it and hitting 70,000 for a second time and then just flipping down. This was our worst case scenario if it came up like this. Because now if it does pull this head down, you're not going to have any way to even rationalize this with your brain, like what's going on, until 66,200. It could end up there very quickly. Unless it holds itself at 68,000 here on Bitcoin, this very well could be starting the opening breakdown. And I wish I would have come on earlier just so I could have front ran this. I know it was at 69,000, almost 400 when I started. But now by the time you see this, this is already going to be rotating down even more. We're doing this in real time, so you're able to see this as I'm talking. And then after I did the intro, how we're starting to even push down from there. This could be ugly here. Now, because I believe that they try to keep the shorts from going all in and then succeeding with this, what would not surprise me is Bitcoin looks like it's about to drop the hammer here. What would not surprise me in the immediate short time frame. See, because it looks like we're going to drop the hammer. But just because of what's happened, I still think Bitcoin's going to come back down. And everybody's going short here. Expect 69,400 retest. If I was a market maker and I was trying to stop everybody who's going short from making money, I would reverse it right here at 69,000 or 68.5, wherever it decides to go. I would reverse it, come back up to that 200-day and try to hurt some people more. But as it is, it's already hurt people last night. I think we're going to get a volatile retest from this initial drop. And I think it's going to rotate back up. Not maybe to 70,000, but I would not be surprised if XRP comes back to 617 now that everybody's probably taking out those shorts. You could get a quick leverage hammer and then use that liquidity to drop it even faster. So either way is not a good scenario this morning. We've fallen bearish. And like I said, I would expect Bitcoin to toy with people right now. I know it came under 69,000 in the 68.8 or whatever, but I could totally see it coming back up to 69,400 or 500 range, messing with people a little bit, hitting that 200-day and then dropping the hammer, which would mean everybody going short right now in XRP looks like a prime position, but I could see it retesting 617 real quick if it wants to. Otherwise, it's going to come unglued here quicker than we want, or quicker than most realize on this Sunday. That push up yesterday was a bearish push for Bitcoin. The volume portfolio, as we said yesterday, was not there. But that does not mean Bitcoin can't get hot here and start to leverage out some of the shorts again. So what I'm anticipating here, as we know, it came down here real quick to 68,800. I was at least saying 69,400 or 500. It can come back up here, rid the short traders that were going short, and then all of a sudden it can decide what it's going to do here. But I would be surprised if we don't do that with Bitcoin and a retest with XRP at 617. I would be very surprised, because it's not very often that if someone's going short, they just let you have it that easy. They always have to leverage out the leverage traders. And that means there's got to be up and down volatility until the moment. So just be very cautious here, because when it starts dropping, it's going to drop fast. We've already now double topped. XRP failed at 628 like we were talking about yesterday. That could initiate the drop. That was our first signal if we got rejected there and came outside this pattern, that if we did make the pull back up to 617, this could be a very big rejection point here if it does give us that satisfaction and show us it. And this is where the short traders end up getting hurt, because it came down so far. Now, if it does pull up, now it keeps you in that, okay, well, was this a wick down or is this going to continue? But right now, if I'm looking for a continuation down. Unless we get some volatile spike to the upside, like I said yesterday, this is going to be a fake out move, and it's going to garner more topside liquidity. What's the one thing that most retail is going to think after yesterday and early this morning as they see Bitcoin up at almost 70,000? Time to get in. Everything's moving. Then once everybody gets in within a 2-hour period, look what happens. So I'm not making this more difficult than it has to be. XRP right now, since it broke out of this, on confirmation, which we've had one, if it just continues to play true, the technical target here is 59.38 cents. But as it is, it's overbought, severely overbought, or oversold in this shorter time frames. So I would be stunned if XRP doesn't, punch the shorts in the face right now and come up some 2.5%, maybe 2%, and retest that drop point. Show how bearish this pattern is, and show that this isn't just a wick coming down, that this time you can get rejected by the pattern formation. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you got anything out of this update, please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube will recommend this video. Subscribe to the channel so you can see future updates, lives, and shorts. And join the over 20,700 subscribers, as late last night we went over 20,700. And if you're looking to trade XRP in the USA and you're sick of a VPN, and heck, if you have money on an exchange and you just want to send crypto over to the exchange and you don't even want to do a know your customer KYC, you don't have to. BITUNIX, lowest spot fees, lowest leverage trading fees, and spot trading fees in the USA. And it's easy to trade on, and you don't have to worry about the high times of volatility with the exchanges going down, like Uphold, Binance, Kraken, Coinbase, your likely villains that always go down in high times of volatility. This exchange goes nowhere. They've kept XRP on here since the lawsuit was announced and never turned their back on us. And they even got a trading license as of 24 in Canada, 2022 in USA. And if you're in the UK or Australia, in the pinned comments and or video description, there's BITUNIX, but below that is MEXC. They have no spot fees or future trading fees to buy right now, but it's not available in the USA. And BITUNIX might not be available to you over on that side of the pond. So I have an option for everybody. So just pay attention to that for the information you need and save yourself some trading fees and maybe learn how to leverage trade at the same time. If you want to show me personal support, consider one time per month joining or sending a YouTube super chat, or join Tom's Army in month one, get the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. My face is superimposed there. And in the comments, if you made it here until the end, type in hashtag be better, do better. So in conclusion, XRP, if we're looking at this, XRP looks to retest that breakdown now at 617. If not, we'll have a continuation down to 59.38 cents. But I feel like it kind of behooves us to not go up right now and kind of mess with the short traders. The trading bots like to do this because nobody's going to go long right here. Just where it's at, everybody's positioning for that signal for the continuation down. So they know a lot of people are going short. And on Bitcoin, that's why it pulled up so quick from 68.8. Don't think they're not tempting to grab that topside liquidity, because when it's there, the market makers are going to be present and they're going to take it. So that's what we're looking at for Bitcoin and XRP. Keeping it very simple, straight to the point this morning, and take control of your future, because if you're complaining about being a victim or if you don't understand what's going on, don't blame somebody else. Take control of your future, because there's no worse look than you can make for your own portfolio than to lie to yourself and to act like it's somebody else's fault, or to act like there's nothing you could do to see what's coming. Educate yourself, advance what you know, and I'm telling you right now, we're so far ahead of this, it's actually quite alarming. XRP is disappointed versus Bitcoin in 2024. Is a price rebound possible? XRP's price is trailing the broader crypto market's gains, but fractal analysis suggests it may soon gather upward momentum. XRP price has notably lagged in the ongoing cryptocurrency market, rarely failing to revisit its peak value set in January 2018, but could 2024 be different? XRP lags behind Bitcoin, Ethereum price gains. XRP's price returns in 2024 sit at just 1.85%, despite a prevalent upside sentiment across the crypto market. For instance, Bitcoin and Ethereum have gained 58 and 68.5% in the same period. Perhaps more astonishing, the XRP Bitcoin pair has lost 88% over the past 5 years, which is actually a good thing if you're looking for a bullish startup here for XRP. Over the past 5 years, as traders have shifted focus on the surge of investments into newly launched Bitcoin ETFs, the Bitcoin halving event, and speculation on the approval of Ethereum spot ETFs by May. What do you think? XRP buy now, outlooking crypto bull run, crypto market bull run begins, and then technically XRP price has been facing extreme sell pressure, and it is multi-year descending trendline resistance since December 2017. As shown below, in 2024, traders have been unable to close decisively above this trend line. Hasn't been able to do it since 2018. That's the all-time trend we talk about. And they didn't go far enough back on the uptrend. If they would have went far enough back on the uptrend, you would have seen how this actually ties together. They only took the last half. In 2024, XRP slump also coincides with its declining whale count. Notably, the number of the richest addresses holding at least 100,000 tokens has declined substantially this year. This suggests diminishing wealthy investor interest in XRP. Meanwhile, the ongoing legal dispute between the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, and Ripple added the uncertainty, suggests Bill Morgan, a pro-crypto lawyer tracking the case. The SEC versus Ripple case will likely drag into May 2024 after U.S. District Court Judge Annalisa Torres extended the regulatory submission deadline earlier this month. The bullish technical scenario has XRP price eyeing a 15% jump toward 75% by June 2024. This level is near the XRP USD pair's descending trendline resistance and the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement line. Moreover, a decisive breakout above the resistance confluence of XRP's descending trendline and 0.236 Fib retracement line could push the price to as high as $1.11. Interestingly, such a scenario would repeat a 2014-17 fractal shared by market analyst Cruz Elemento. Should history repeat, Elemento anticipates XRP's price setting a new record high above 355 over the next few months. I hate that lazy technical analysis, by the way. That's just so lazy. Conversely, a potential pullback from the descending trendline resistance positions XRP for a drop at 50 cents, down 20% from current price levels. This level is crucial as the ascending trendline support level. The 50-cent level is where the bulls will certainly make a stand. It's a confluence of the 200-week exponential moving average, 200-day EMA line, the blue wave, and a multi-month ascending trend line support. Thank you, everybody who stayed until the end. Please make sure you hit that like button. And as I always say, you can only take control of your financial future. Don't play the victim, play the winner. And if something's not going your way, if you start blaming everybody else, you're never going to understand the errors of your way, and you're never going to be able to build into a new fundamental understanding and be able to build your portfolios up. So don't let anybody shake out your mentality, but advance in your education. Have a blessed morning, everybody.